If you needed reminding of how embittered the Green left has become in this country, how delusional and aggrieved they are, let's be frank, and how funny they've become, I've got a treat for you. This is a couple of days old because I'm not on Twitter anymore and I don't see this daily digest of disaffected, disgusting and diabolical diatribes on Twitter. But check this out from leftist commentator Jane Caro, who tweeted, "I read my grandson a book about dinosaurs this morning, but I changed the end. The dinosaurs ruled the earth for thousands of years, but then they voted for Trump, Morrison and Johnson, and that was the end of them." Alfie, the grandson, apparently sighed and shook his head, expressing my sentiments exactly. This is superb, isn't it? Imagine the misery for these people as they wake up every morning, angry and scared about the world around them and disdainful of the democratic choices made by their fellow citizens. They were all so convinced that Hillary would win, that the Brits would reject Brexit and that Bill Shorten would be Prime Minister. It must be so annoying to be so wrong so often and so publicly. And we're seeing the same rejection of reality now, this democracy denial playing out again in the US after the appearance of Robert Mueller before Congress overnight our time. What he said was entirely predictable because it's exactly what he said before and what he's written in his report previously.
Now, the President has repeatedly claimed that your report found there was no obstruction and that it completely and totally exonerated him. But that is not what your report said, is it?
Correct. It is not what the report said.
And what about total exoneration? Did you actually totally exonerate the President?
No.
Now, leftist media around the world, including, as you can see from these headlines in this country, have breathlessly reported all this again as confirmation that, yes, while Mueller's report found no evidence of collusion between Trump's camp and Russia during the 2016 election campaign, it did not fully exonerate the president from the possibility that he attempted to obstruct justice. Yes, we know. Mueller couldn't find against the president on obstruction of justice, even if he wanted to. And Trump clearly wasn't happy about the Russia probe. But what the critics and most of the journalists fail to point out is this simple joining of the dots. Mueller found there was no evidence of any conspiracy between Trump and Russia. Therefore, when they highlight claims of obstruction of justice, they are talking about allegations the president might have obstructed an investigation into a conspiracy that didn't exist. I repeat, the great excitement of those suffering Trump derangement syndrome is that they claim the president might have attempted to obstruct a probe into a crime that did not exist. Give me a break. Move on.